Speaking of people being mad, what? Why y'all let him on the Breakfast Club? Like, and I remember back in the day, the Breakfast Club, I used to really think highly of the Breakfast Club. I used to think that they were so intellectual. I feel like they talked about issues that, a lot of people in the commune don't want to talk about or don't have, or have the insight or the vibrations, the high vibrations to talk about. But now they're like the radio version of the Shade Room. And I think that's what they always been when you look back. So they had Lil Boosie on. And I didn't watch the interview because I know I was going to get pissed off that whole, 40 minutes to an hour just talking nonsense. I watched the clip where he was talking about Lil Nas X. I was going to play the clip, but now y'all seen it. It's all over the internet. He basically doubled down on him just attacking him. First of all, they said, "Why you don't think?" When they asked, "You don't think?" You saying that you're going to attack him if he's on stage, and him still doubling down on this whole narrative that Lil Nas X is going to perform naked on stage at some award show. Which now I'm looking at it more as like, what do you define as naked though? Because in Charlamagne the God tried him. He was like, "Oh, well, what about the video vixens, the strippers that be on for the men?" Then it's like for the male rappers or whatever. "Oh, y'all ain't gonna take away that. Y'all ain't gonna take away strippers." So there I was like, hypocrisy. And it's like, I don't know. I seriously, go ahead. What do you think, Derek?
About what?
About
what Lil Boosie says?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care anymore. I watched some of the interview, and I think he was really there to promote his show that he has on For Us By Us network. FUBU has their own TV network now, and Blues has a show on there. But when they addressed him or asked him, like, why do you keep commenting about, LGBTQ stuff or like Lil Nas, all that kind of stuff, and he always brings up his son, and like, you got, he feels that straight men in the industry don't have a voice, and that they're trying to force them all to accept it. And it's like, first of all, like this idea that the narrative about acceptance is far better than tolerance. But he talks about like trying to promote it. Like, you don't have to promote anything. You don't have to open your mouth about anything LGBTQ related. You're not a part of our community. You don't have anything to gain, anything to lose by not talking about us or our issues or people that are part. There's nothing for you, I'll say, to gain. If there's nothing to gain, you know what I mean? And it's just really weird. Like the obsession. It's like an obsession at this point. This is the same man who paid an adult stripper to have sex with his 12-year-old son. Boosie should be locked up. Boosie should be in jail for child endangerment. So listening to anything that this man has to say about what other adult men do with their bodies, what other adult male entertainers do with their bodies and their art, he should be quiet. And the people that ride with him, I'm just like, y'all are dummies too. I said, because regardless of whether you know it or not, there's someone that's gay in your family, and or trans or bi or lesbian, whatever. And it's like, y'all look really, really dumb. Some of your ancestors were LGBTQ before we even had that lingo. Some of y'all grannies had girlfriends. Some of y'all granddaddies had boyfriends. Okay? Like, some of y'all uncles still dress in drag. Like, you look dumb. And then even what Boosie said about little boys trying to be straight from a while back, it's like, he just needs to be quiet.
Little boys trying to be straight. And I think
he just needs to be quiet and just mind his
Charlamagne
business.
asked him about that too. And he tried to double down on it, but I think he said that
because of what they're seeing on TV. If they see it and they see it's accepted, then they're gonna try. I'm like, well,
they're
that's
trying
how
to
that
be
works.
anything they're not.
Well, not even just trying though, like finding out who you are and like creating space for yourself is something that every child goes through in adolescence, is figuring out who the fuck you are, and knowing that there are different versions and there are different things that you can do isn't something that's limiting. I think that for most especially heterosexual Black men, is that they want all the other men or all the other male children to follow and be in the same mold. Because what struck me most is that when you're, what he said is like, we're trying to raise strong Black men. First of all, what make you think that being straight makes you strong? A lot of y'all some weak ass niggas, and it has to do with your mind. You know what I mean? How you treat people, how you view the world. Being straight and Black and hypermasculine does not make you strong, because y'all are the ones getting shot and killed as well. You're the ones getting taken to prison.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of y'all become other people's bitches when you get in there. So this whole narrative about we're trying to raise strong Black men.
Strong Black men. And then this
to
whole
create
thing,
a strong Black man, you have to create a strong Black mind, and teaching your kid that, hey, not that, that's not, I mean, teach right and wrong is a moral issue. And if it's based on morals, you're entitled to your own morals. The reality is your kid's going to grow up and choose to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And that's that on that. And I think that also when it comes, because this whole thing of protect the kids is the part where he talk about his performance or whatever, which Lil Nas X never said that he did. And I hate that everybody in that damn room said, well, is that confirmed what he said he was going to do? But my thing is, what bothers me is that I see Black people preaching this narrative, and they're doubling down on this narrative of hate. And it's like, y'all act like white folks ain't did this to us back in the day. Like, y'all becoming what we're becoming the oppressors, essentially. And I think that it begs the question, do we want inclusivity or supremacy? Because it's you can't have it that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it. But that's just, I mean, one of the myriads of our problems is that we create ways to classify people so that we can feel better about our own position. And I just think that at this point, it's just really tired. And it looks tired. Like, y'all look dumb. You look dumb at this point. You look dumb. The world is full of so many different types of people. We all have a space here. We all belong here. We should all be able to express ourselves as freely as you do, regardless of your sexuality or whatever. Yeah. Now, as far as, what society deems as appropriate, like appropriateness, you can't tell me that Lil Nas X dancing with male strippers or whatever is inappropriate, but you up here on stage sagging and showing your ass with half naked girls while you're rapping about you like women who like women, and you about to have sex, you having sex raw with these people, like that's inappropriate as well. So keep that same energy for your own platform. You niggas need to start rapping like Will Smith then, if you have a problem with what Lil Nas X is doing.
And what about the kids at that point? Oh no, but it's okay if it's a girl.
They don't care about these kids. Fuck them kids.
That's exactly what they say.
It's fuck them kids.
It was never about kids.
To tell somebody else what to do, and I don't like that. So I don't care about what Lil Boosie says. Lil Boosie belongs in jail. So whatever he has to say doesn't matter. He belongs in jail.
Many words about it. They call this great.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I talked about this on my TikTok. A lot of people agreed. I think he just needs to just stop talking about it, honey. Just stop talking about it. And then we got people like Flame Monroe. I forgot to put her on the damn docket.
We don't care. Next, what's the next topic, child?